Alrighty, traders, happy Money Monday. Howdy do, guys. How are we doing? Excited to be back with you and getting the action going today. This week, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on consistency. I was trying to size up a bit at the end of last week and took some hits. Is what it is. Sometimes we take the hits. Emmanuel in the building. Emmanuel here 8 minutes early. Look at that. How do you end the week, Emmanuel? I think you were what were you, break even at the end of the day, at least when I left. There's a few plays from last week I want to take a look at. And then of course some plays popping up this morning. EQ, I do have a short here on the Magic 20-cent area. So I'm monitoring EQ. Got about half of the position there. I like the chart here. If we look left, we got some upper wicks around this 120. The news is they're announcing up to a $50 million financing to advance EQ 504. So it looks like a pharmaceutical company. But yeah, guys, I mean, the story's the same on a lot of these plays. They love to do these small cap plays. That's why I like them so much. They like to do the financing, right? So what they do is they recycle or come out with some PRs like this EQ to attract long-term investors to come in. This thing's up 100%. So that's how they raise capital. And then they'll do a financing at a lower price to dilute, their shareholders. So it's completely bearish. It's just a matter of getting involved at the right time, right? Because I sometimes getting involved front side and they may squeeze you out a little bit further than anticipated. That can be aggravating. So right now I'm working EQ. I want to see how that Magic 20 is going to hold up. I got 500 shares here. I need to work my winners better, guys. It's been a problem for me. Like sizing into the winning trades, that is. Like here we go on EQ, this thing pulling back right now. I need to work these a little better, like sizing into them some, letting them fade. It's tough for me. It's a tough one. But EQ I'm kicking back with right now. James in the building as well. Morning green team may take off. It's cheap. EQ, what's the float? 17 million. 17 million in the float. EQ. Yeah, it's like, do I go for $10, $50 gains or try to milk a few good winners and size into them? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure that out a little bit right now. But we got a few others to look at while EQ's playing around. We got TLS that's kind of heavy against the $3 mark. Maybe sloppy seconds here on like a bear flag. This is kind of the backside plays I like to look for. It's on earnings, but it's popped up towards its 200-day at 301. So TLS could be backside. James, think I should scout more? Yeah, perhaps. Just taking pieces off. It's an interesting thought. I would do better with that. The thing is, I like to give them breathing room. So I feel like I would risk more than I would be making. AT&F, let's take a look there. Is there anything here? So AT&F is an interesting play. This thing has gotten a pump. AT&F has gotten a pump like the entire last couple weeks, and now it's sitting kind of heavy on this bottom support line around 3. It almost feels done here. It feels done. It started at 80 cents. And just a lot of upper wicks. Maybe it feels like longs are just underwater here at this point. Every pump this thing's gotten up to 450. It's just given completely slammed back down. Now it's sitting heavy on 3. I may work this one on a slow fade under 3. Thinking about that on AT&F. Fade saying MRM has room to fade. Yeah, that was one I was looking at too. MRM. So, transparency moment here. I gave back everything and more on Friday. Short an MRN like an idiot at the close of the day on Friday, knowing full well they're squeezing out shorts. So, MRM got me into the day Friday. It looks good, though. It looks good right now against like 250. 250, definitely a ceiling there that we'll be eyeballing. EQ 120 Magic's holding up. I'm trying to consider what I'm going to do there. Yeah, TTP building a bot. Yeah, we'll be there for that, guys. That'll be good. What else do we have? PAPL, I know that was a play as well on Friday. That one had like all the attention. Perfect Fall, I listened to the songs. They were excellent, by the way. Those songs were excellent. And he's got his new song, prompted a new one for us to listen to when we get a few moments. EQ, yeah, against that 120 fades. Yeah, I'm working that right now as well. EQ, I got a 118 average on EQ. Yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Like, I never size my winners, and I think that's problematic. I'm always eager to take them off. I let them run okay, but I never size them. Like EQ is one, for example, that's like, man, the $120 is very good. Do I take it off right now as a scalp, and make $50, or do I start hitting it for more and look for a bigger picture play here? Something I was really thinking about a lot over the weekend, because I make good progress on the account, and then I take an elevator down on like an MRN end of day, giving it plenty of room. It's bugging me a lot. So I'm trying to think about if I should scalp some of these more, if I shouldn't give them as much breathing room. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, though, and what's been working for you. But EQ, I'm still kicking back there. When perhaps we got a minute left, maybe I take it off and then revisit it after the open, because this thing could pop up after the bell. I would have to take it at 108, though. Yeah, let's see what she's going to do at the open. I'd have to take it here at 108. It's not sitting there right now. But again, I like the chart a lot. So it's one, why wouldn't I size on it? Why wouldn't I size there? Something I'm considering. Okay, so what do we got? 30 seconds or less? 20 seconds? All right, TLS is a maybe. That one's on earnings. VFF on earnings as well. ATNF may be slow fade if it cracks under 3. I'm watching that. PAPL. Honestly, I like PAPL against 420 as well. PAPL. Okay, there's the bell. Let's see what we're going to get. Could get a little spike on EQ out of the gates. PAPL, I don't mind working a slow fade there either. That one's got a 20-cent fade to it, though. Perfect Fall don't average down. Yeah, like the ones that don't work suck. But the ones that do, I feel like they just make the day. Or make the week even. I know, I hate, emotionally it's hard for me to average down. It's so difficult. You got max loss? Dang it, dude. What ticker was that this morning? Okay, EQ. EQ is getting holding up a little bit here out of the gates. Again, this is one, it's popping up here to $1.20. It's one I'm going to give a little bit of breathing room up and over $1.20. TLS, the 200-day up and over 3. Yeah, here's EQ up at $1.20 now. So that kind of sucks. Not scalping that play. But, again, we were just up here. Let's look at the upper wicks. 130 to 150. I mean, I feel pretty good here, guys. It feels like one they're gonna come out with an offering or such on. Kayvon in the building. Getting that ALB short. Yeah, there we go, ALB. That is actually not too bad either. Larger play here. Getting a little morning spike. Lithium play, huh? Seeing some resistance around here on the chart, too. I could see ALB profit take, especially yesterday's open was 71. I'll throw it on the watch list here. But yeah, that one had an upper wick, so not looking bad. EQ, $1.25 just hit. Big upper wick there. Man, I'm thinking about sizing this thing, dude. I'm going to hit it again at $1.13. So I got 1,000 shares at $1.15 right now. Yeah, it might have been the sweep there. I was thinking the same thing, Fades. Like, that could kind of be the risk guide. That morning spike up to $1.25. I want to get a little sized up on this one. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank you, Lord. I needed this. I needed this. All right, EQ. Anybody else got it? Bingo. And Bingo was his name. Oh. I think the consensus right there was, we know what they're doing. Up 100%. They're getting, we have all these upper wicks. I think we could sense it, guys. That's why I was thinking I need to trade with a little conviction on some of these winners. I can't take $200, $300, $400, $500 losses and then take $50 winner. Okay, all right. Let's flip around. So I'm in 1,000 shares, $1.15 right now. I'm thinking about ALB with Kayvon here. We just went red on the day, ALB. Actually, like, pretty much exactly what I look for. Just a large cap play. Straight up to resistance, big upper wick. It's up quite a bit, too. Overextended. Looks good. All right, TLS making a move up through the 200-day moving average. TLS, this one's on the earnings. Some more euphoria there we could get involved with. It's really not up too much right now. IOBT. Dude, what was the ticker? MG, are you in here? MG caught like an offering this morning and made a ton, dude. He was in it at like 18 and it shot down to $7 or $8. Living the dream. ENTO 64.5 cents. Oh, BJDX. Guys, there's a lot going on. This is how Monday mornings can go sometimes. A lot of plays are making some moves right now. BJDX. If you're looking to get involved with a BJ this morning, look at BJDX. We got some resistance up here, 220. What is this? This one's on earnings too. Some of these small cap plays on earnings. EQ, I got the short on this play in the magic 20-cent area. And guys, you only need one good trade. I gotta start thinking less is more. I really gotta start focusing less is more. Because sometimes I get too busy in a lot of tickers and get nowhere. Good job, Kayvon, on ALB. That's a great play. Good alert there, too. You alerted right when you got in. I like it. And that was a good setup. Yeah, right up to all this resistance, 86. Big upper wick. What a play. Good job. TLS hitting the magic 320. And VFF, oh, it could be backside now. A thing shot down 30 cents. VFF. Anybody got the open on EQ? I gotta have my finger on the trigger there. 933. It's gonna open up at 938. It looks like. ALBS fades. So it's something like that. All right, EQ. Let me get my finger ready here. I'll probably be taking. I'm gonna take 750 off. I'm gonna leave 250 for leftover position on EQ. Man, I'm kicking myself, Kevon, that I didn't join you on that. Sometimes you just gotta be ready. You gotta have your finger ready, man. Yeah, this weekend, man, I was just going over like, dude, I want to be making more progress. Yeah, I was just getting a little aggravated with my lack of progress. But this is going to certainly help. We got to stay, the attitude's more important than the facts. You got to stay optimistic in the face of adversity. We go over that quite a bit in here. Psychology being very important. EQ, 99 cents. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably take off 750 and let 250 just fade down to like 80 cents or so. I think that's what I want to do. Although we just elevator down. I mean, we could. It's like, do I milk this more? Let me see what she's going to do here. Haven't taken any off yet. Drop down to like 90 cents would be huge. I'll take the 750 off. So I got 250 left. I'm going to kick back with those. Nice. Okay. It feels heavy too, EQ. It really does feel heavy. Trailing stop. I'm going to put a trailing stop of 15 cents on it. So that'll be a $1.11 right now if it popped back up there. 15-cent trail. All right, moving on to the next one. Yeah, ALB, so TLS Magic 320. That one's, it's kind of sitting right there. TLS right at 320. VFF on the sloppy seconds was a decent call. Pulling back off of that. PAPL, we could see that heavy against 420. I think fades, he called the MRM backside, which I do like against 250. Let me look at this chart a little more closely. Yeah, I could see it pull down. Yeah, I could see MRM backside. EQ down in the 93s right now. Okay, let me see what else we got. What else is popping on off? AREC popping up a little bit. AUUD, a lot of pre-market resistance. AUUD up here to the VWAP and $4. So there was that offering, guys, on one of those plays that made a significant move in pre-market. Could be scaring out some of these longs. We do have $4 tough resistance AUUD if we want to get involved there. Made a little bit of a red to green move. You look at this chart. Oh yeah, this chart's pretty good. AUUD, a lot of upper wicks at 620. It's way off of that. 475. 475 could be good. Okay, another leg up AUUD. I'm probably starting a position there. TLS pulling off a 320. Heart tree in the building, no problem. Here you go. You got it. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. AUUD, don't do it yet. Dang it. 375 just hit and shot straight down to 330. God dang it. All right, maybe we push on the pedal here a little bit. I mean, I'm trying to let some of these trades come to me a bit, but I'm looking for a big green day, guys. I'm serious. I'm ready for the big green. Got to push the accelerator on the green days, not pull the reins back in. EQ is looking heavy still. Yeah, it is looking very good. I just saw one. NBIS is shooting straight up, 69 to 75. Larger cap play. Be mindful of that one. ENTO is a penny play. ENTO still shooting up, 72 cents we just hit. ENTO breaking through pre-market highs. All right, we got upper wicks at like 90 cents, ENTO. Okay, they secured $3 million through pre-funded and common warrants. I just don't understand what is the bullish news on that. They come out with an offering consisting of the sale of 4.8 million pre-funded warrants. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look, the purchase price is at 61 cents on them too. This is funny. All right, ENTO, come to Papa. I'm getting ready to start it. Fully anticipating a move up through $1, though. Be mindful of that. Come on, ENTO. Don't shoot down yet. We hit like 78, so I'm trying to get just one more leg up to start getting involved with it. Dang it. Come on. Those warrants were at 61 cents. ENTO. 4 million in the float, too. Fairly tiny float for this kind of a ticker. Looking for a next leg up, then I'll start her up. AUUD, dude, that's painful. Straight down. ALB, Kayvon, you should have held some. EQ still heavy. MRM, kind of holding up there. And then ENTO looking for a next leg up. Again, that one, I'm going to start small. I'm probably going to let it go to $1.20 if she really wants to gravitate towards $1. What I'm seeing on the past chart history suggests 90 cents as a tough area. Man, this is annoying here, ENTO. She's kind of stabilizing. I don't really want a short sideways action. I don't want a tunnel here either. All right, let me flip around while that's making up its mind what it wants to do. GMHS, $1.50 to $2. A lot going on here, guys. Small cap land, we got quite a bit going on. 220 could be the risk guide. A couple upper wicks up towards like 240s. EQ down at 90 cents right now. GMHS. Okay, I'm going to load that one up too. GMHS. I think up through $2 I get involved there, guys. Like 240.50 is the risk for me. It's up here at pre-market high resistance, GMHS. So I got my eyes peeled on a few things right now. ENTO I'm still monitoring. That's going sideways at 72.3 cents. GMHS looking for a move up through 2, and then I'm going to start that one. So whichever one wants to kind of make that next leg up is what I'm looking at. ENTO or GMHS. GMHS pulled back right there into the 180s. Short an EA, Kayvon. Kayvon's on fire this morning. That vacation must have helped you out. All right, GMHS up here, back up towards 2. Nice. I don't see news on it. Give us something to work with though. Okay, headed up towards $2 right now. Let's get that break. Come on, GMHS. Let's get that break. ENTO has just stopped at 71.2 cents. Again, I want euphoria to short into. I don't want to short into sideways action. Feels less edgy, right? I'm getting close, GMHS. Getting close here. Oh, I'm hitting it here. 201. I should have had an order out. Let me take a look. This thing just shot up to 225. Big upper wick there. 250s is going to be my risk guide up towards like 250. But I want to smack this thing up here a few times. 250s-ish. Over under. Big upper wick up at 225. is GMHS. Got 500 shares right now, 204. Yeah, that was a fat sweep, dude, and it's actually holding it fairly well and climbing back up there. Climbing back up to the 220s, man. That's kind of sucks. Let me think about this. Thinking about what to do right now. I like the 250 still. That's kind of the idea on it. I got involved a little early, per usual. And didn't hit it a third time, so my average kinda El Suckos. Let me think if I'm gonna reduce this or not right here. I kind of want it heavy against 220 right now. Now that it's pulled back off of that sweep right there, that liquidity sweep, I'm kind of wanting it heavy off of 220. It's right near my average right now. It's back up to 220. I may take it off if it's going to hold up and over 220. Let me see what it's going to do up here. If it gets back over 220 and starts holding it, I'm probably going to take it off and revisit. I still think it's a good trade. My average is just not good on it. Yeah, I'll take it off. Take it off for now. Back over 220s. Back up to 230. Man, I like this trade, but from 220s down to 2, up towards 230s for a new high. Yeah, let me revisit it. ENTO, 78 cents was the top and pulled back off of that. Bernadette in the building. How'd your pre-market go, Bernadette? All right, the day is young, guys. Gave back about most of what I took off of EQ. Up maybe 60, 70 right now. GMHS. Yeah, could have taken that one off break even. It's up at some resistance right now. That's what I do like about it. All right, flipping around. EQ, I got a trail on the rest of it. ATLS was awesome. Oh, yeah, that was that the ticker? ATLS. You and a couple others. Was that the one that did the offering? ALTS? Yeah, there you go. ALTS. Nice. Oh, man. Amazing. Good work. 17 down to 6. Good work on that. I'm still interested, GMHS. I still am definitely interested here in a trade. Gosh, this $2 up to $2.33 just psyched me out of it. ENTO is kind of heavy on VWAP. TLS pulling in off of its highs right now. Just pulled back in a little bit. 338. TLS maybe. Maybe is the trade right here. TLS. Let me pull that one up. Yeah, so right now with EQ leftovers, probably up like $60. GMHS sucked kind of for me, but sticking to our risk well. TLS I'm thinking about off of the highs. Yeah, TLS I'm gonna do this one off of the highs. I'm gonna set like a 340 stop on TLS. Starter short ARM and CRCL. All right, ARM. I got it. Yep. That's good. And CRCL. Yeah, I like ARM. ARM's popping up right to its 50-day. About 148 to 9 is what I'm seeing there. But yeah, ARM's not too bad. It's a big boy play. I'm going to join you on the ARM. Kind of smaller, but 140, 148 I'll give it up to. $148.79. Okay, I'm in 3 right now. EQ leftovers working out well. 90 cents cracking under that would be good. TLS against the highs and ARM smaller, giving that a couple points of room. BTAI getting a spike up towards $5. Oh, I see a lot of resistance. BTAI at $5. Might have to do that. Yeah, BTAI, I'm probably going to have to do this one. They make me do it. All right, BTAI, I'm going to start a quarter of what I'm perhaps going to get involved with this thing. 483. I think 520 is going to be the risk guide for me on BTAI 420. EQ heavy on 90 cents now. Let's see if it cracks under 90. GMHS. We're back with the top tick action. Perfect fall. We are back. All right. God dang it. That would have been an amazing second trade on the day, too. Be sitting pretty right now. 220 is a good risk guide still there. GMHS, it really is. GMHS, a pop. I mean, it looks kind of done, so any pop up there, I'll probably be getting involved with again. I know, James, sucks. It sucks because that's typically how it goes. That's exactly what I was going over in my mind this entire weekend. Like, what do I do about these top ticks? I mean, I've tried sizing down, giving them room. I need to give them more room. But I'm trying to size up as well. So maybe, like, instead of sizing up too much, I was 500 shares on that. A few weeks ago, it probably would have been like 200. Maybe just size up a little bit more. All right, WULF. Yeah, that one's up $5 to 550. Carlos got the LTS as well, dude. What is going on with the green team, guys? Wow, you guys are crushing it. All right, BTAI heading up for $5. I am gonna size that one against 620. I think it's a decent setup for it. You're going to let it bleed this whole day, Carlos? Let's go. Dude, a bunch of you guys caught that one. Man, that's an account changer. That helps out so much getting things moving in the right direction. For sure. All right, BTAI, I'm still kicking back with. I'm going to see if we get that 5 push. ARM is working out. GMHS is so depressing. Oh, my God. ENTO, yeah, back up towards 75. ENTO's not bad. Is this a sloppy seconds move? Could be. Well, I was about to hit ENTO. Down to 66 cents. That one goes. Bringing out the hammer fades. The good old hammer. VFF shot down 230. EQ just shot up, so my trail probably just took me out there. Yeah. Barely green. EQ shot up right there. Took me out right at 105 was my trail. Didn't crack that 90 cents yet. And then BTAI up through $5. I'm smacking it again over 5. 493 average on BTAI. 520 still what I'm thinking there. Got some resistance here. A lot of resistance over 5. Up to 519 we just hit. We have the short interest BTAI. Let me pull that up real quick. BTAI short. 6%, so not terrible there. Up over 5. We just put in an upper wick towards 520. I do like this one. It's a little quick though. BTAI. What's the float here? Yeah, 5.49 million. Yeah, TLS. Probably about TLS. Small. That would be a small loser though. And then BTAI against that upper wick's looking fairly good. Yeah, the 519 upper wick on BTAI I kind of like. I may hit it again against 5. I don't want to top tick again, but against, over under that area. Hitting it again a little bit more here. I want to see it crack this trend line, stay heavy against that upper wick we just put in, BTAI. This one's going to be could be a nasty loser. If it wants to continue higher. 497 average for me. Let me put the stop. I'll put the stop in at like 5. $540. Yeah, 540-ish stop there, BTAI. All right. And then turning my attention to something else. EQ, perhaps sloppy seconds up here, 105. HURA. Take a look. Yeah, HURA just pumped up 240s, 370 200-day moving average there. $3 we've hit. And we got 350 being the 200-day. And $3 to up to 350. $3 up to 350. Yeah, I like the resistance for BTAI on the daily. I'm sized a little bit too heavy there. It hit nearly that magic 20-cent area too, but right now it's kind of going sideways off of 5, which I don't like. I would really like a snap under the trend line there. This trend line's right at 5, so this is a bounce play opportunity for some longs up here. I would need to reduce the risk. I don't want to give it that much risk, I don't think. I just don't want to top tick them, you know? Top ticking every damn ticker. That's where I have problems. The GMHS, that worked out so beautifully. But yeah, HURA is not bad. We got some good volume there. It's still in play. 280's holding up pretty good on HURA. Maybe we could look at a next leg up there. Five's got a crack BTAI, man. Can't bounce here. GMHS was such a good ticker, man. That one hurts. You called it, Fades? All right, BTAI. Are we cracking this trend or bouncing here? It's kind of on. We'll see if we're going to form a lower shadow on it or start cracking down, maybe towards like 480. It's under 5. I need it to stay under 5. If it's going to bounce up here, I may have to get out of it. Need it to stay heavy under 5. I like Hura. I want to turn my attention there. I'm just a little heavy on BTAI. Trying to see what this one's going to do here. Back up to where it was consolidating. I'm going to get out of it, though. I want it to crack this trend, start heading down towards 480s. So finger is on the trigger here. All right, I'm taking a quarter off at 486 BTAI. $250 off. It is cracking this trend, so I gotta be patient a little bit with this one, guys. Oh man. I got a lot to talk about today. Lots to talk about today. BTAI, let's stay heavy under that trend. Got 500 shares left there. I just got taken out on something. Oh, TLS just liquidated me. So right now, I'm pretty much break even on the day, but realized I got 2 green trades I'm working though. BTAI, I'm going to look for this one to stay heavy and make a next leg on down. It's cracking its trend, and then ARM is kind of slow and fading. That was Kayvon's call there. And then I know I'm not focused HURA, but there's good volume there. I am going to turn my eyes there in just a little bit. I want to take another piece off BTAI and then set a trail here in just a little bit. BTAI, yeah, cracking that 5 trend. Let's head down to like VWAP 470s. EQ. Oh, EQ halted down again? Oh, it was a sloppy seconds play. Fade, you called it. God bless it. All right, yeah, EQ with the halt down again. Look, taking me out on that trail. Man, that's punishing. God, setting a trail, trying to be smart, and then that happening. Yeah, EQ. Would have been a good stab. Another hit on that one. And patience pays, guys. Trying to be patient. Spelt with a P-A-Y. Trying to be patient with BTAI. Kayvon's locking in some CRCL. Good. Green team's locking in. It's been a fairly clean morning so far. Outside of my top tick, GMHS, it's been a fairly clean. Thing's not moving. Okay, here we go. Next leg down, BTAI. ARM, yeah, ARM's working well over here on just 15 shares. Up 25 bucks. ARM's working well. BTAI, I'm just focused here because I want to take another 250 off on a flush and then trail the rest. I'm just looking for that next leg down, and then I'm going to focus something else. Having a hard time getting it, though. Having a hard time getting it, but it is slowing down quite a bit. All right, so what are you guys working right now? We got HURA, kind of heavy against the highs. We got EQ halted down. James, are you in EQ? And then ARM, I think Kayvon and I are working. All right, I'm just going to try to kick back. Would hate to go red on this name if it curls back around, but I got to let that one work out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to flip around a little bit. Let me know what you guys are working right now. But BTAI, of course, I'm working this. It's probably, it cracked the trend. I'm probably going to be stopping. back up towards the highs. I really want, I need that one to work out for me. ENTO, a couple elevator down moves on ENTO. We are the elevator down squad. And anything else going on? ENTO, VWAP struggle. Yep. EQ, good work there for those that got the sloppy seconds on that. Arm's just been a great slow fade there. Good call, Kayvon. All right. Next, BTAI flush on down, taking a decent chunk off. Looking for a flush down here, low 70s. Okay, I'll take 300 more off down there in the mid 470s. I got 200 left. I'm going to fade. So I'm up 65 on the day. Got 44 BTAI working and then 23 on ARM. I'm going to set a trail with BTAI. 25-cent trail on the rest. Yeah, 20. I think so. About a 20-cent trail. Yeah. Okay. Man, this has been a clean morning. I have messed it up on the GMHS. Would be a $300 day right now. Okay, next up, AUUD. Let's see what that's doing. 340. AUUD's heavy against. By clean morning, what I'm saying is, like, this thing we called out earlier was popping right up to pre-market resistance and the VWAP resistance and snapped right off of that. Just excellent. ENTO's trying to hold VWAP. I mean, because the psychology of this thing has elevator down twice, it's going to cause some hesitancy with the longs. Their warrants were at 61 cents. Maybe that's why it keeps bouncing right at 60 cents, right around there. So we could keep that in mind. And GMHS just heavy off of the 220s. That one's going to pain me all day. Gotta give them room over. Like, everybody clearly knows exactly where the risk is, and so you'll get those upper wicks around there because of that. Everybody's got their orders at the same place, so we gotta put them a little further out. At least I do. All right, flipping through some gainers, seeing what's happening. IONQ straight up move. IONQ 42 to 47. Pulled back a little bit off of that. I like working leftovers when I have, 750 shares, because I got 200 shares left on BTAI, and that makes sense to me versus leaving leftovers with, when your full position's only 100 or 200. Leaving 200 makes more sense to me because this thing could drop another 30 cents. That's $60. So leftovers probably depends on sizing as well. HURA, Fallen Bernadette, off of 3. Heavy under VWAP. We didn't see any news there either, did we? I was looking for a little bit bigger of a move. It was up from 230 to 3. It got pumped there. No news. A little bit of $3 resistance. I was looking for more like 320s to 50. That one got slammed down pretty quick, though. But again, that's why I like starters as well. That would have been, only probably a couple hundred shares right there. But we're normalizing sizing up a bit. I think that's been important. I think that's been helpful for me. I'm trying to get used to sizing up a bit. Getting like, something I share my own personal struggles because I feel like they maybe could benefit one of you out there. Yeah, something I was reflecting on this weekend is like I gotta pretty much consider the fact that just normalizing like bigger wins, or sometimes I put myself in this little small box of this is what you're worth, kind of your own perspective of your worth. I think can hurt you as far as your trading goes. That's a deep conversation. That's a deep psychological conversation to have, but sizing according to your own perceived value of what you think you deserve. So that's a deep conversation to have. I'm not drunk enough for that. Too sober over here. All right. ENTO sitting at 70 cents. BTAI, need those leftovers to work. ARM still working well there. It's kind of hard to put that in words too. Like what is your perception of your own value, and then you kind of size according to that. Like if you think that's why I'm trying to normalize bigger days. It's difficult I think it's easier when you surround yourself with people who are thinking bigger, to normalize that. But when you're surrounded by, and I'm not hating on anyone, I'm just saying like this is a fact, as what I consider as a fact. If you're surrounded by people who are, struggling, as we all are in some sense of the word, but struggling to get by, like that's what's going to be, I think, embedded in your brain, right? That this is what's normal. So normalizing something outside of that. ENTO, I'm thinking about hitting, but more euphoria there. ARM down at 144. Heck yeah, man. Let's go, Kevon. Good alert there. I think Bernadette's in here. Music in the market is Bernadette. Yeah, I gotta make a whole like PowerPoint on that because I gotta think about how to communicate all these thoughts a little bit better. ARM has really been falling off the map here. I think I'm just going to take it off. We've dropped 2 points off the highs there. Maybe a trail. Maybe a trail on ARM of like a... Or I'll just take it. ARM. What the heck did I just do? BTAI, I just got out of that one. On the leftover position, the trail there. Bernadette's been up for a good while trading and hitting that offering. Yeah, that was awesome. All right, right now we're up. Everything's liquidated right now. And I'm up 94 on the day, which I'm not too thrilled about. I'll take it, but man, yeah, I'll take it. All right, BTAI did pop off a VWAP up towards 5. ARM cracking under VWAP. The Fibonacci retracement. I know Bernadette, yeah, loves that Fibonacci. Let me see what else. Bernadette, have you gotten anything market hours? There's sometimes you trade market hours. Been a few decent setups. EQ was good twice for us. Maybe BTAI again on this sloppy seconds push. And then, yeah, ENTO, there's definitely something there. There's definitely something there on ENTO. The fact that she's curling back up to the highs, I mean, a sweep over the highs, I'd probably get involved there with the similar risk guide, $1.20 ultimately. So sizing according to that. BJDX, this one's in a little bit of a symmetrical triangle pattern, BJDX. Slightly lower highs, slightly higher lows, getting squeezed tighter together. 220 could be good there, BJDX. I do see a lot of resistance on the chart around these areas. That's tempting. They had earnings. Last week. They're down $1.41 a share, which is up from down to 256 a share year over year. All right. Okay, so BJDX looks like it's trying to climb up towards 220. I got to keep this one on watch. I think there's good potential there. Yeah, Bernadette. Oh, you got HURA, good. BTAI, GMHS, good. And Mara. Very good. Killing it. Kayvon reshorten EA. That one's V-shaping back up to the highs. Okay. I'm craving a trade right now. Just looking to see what's going to happen for us. I think the closest ones are BJDX and ENTO. ENTO, we need the euphoria there. I mean, if you look at the personality of this ticker, once it gets a couple overextended green candles, you know, that's when we get that elevator drop. I mean, it's like slow curling up here. The concern is we're not going to get that. Who's buying this thing, you know? Are they really going to involve themselves in it again just for another elevator down? Tempting myself to go at it. But at 10 cents may be hard to get when you're going sideways. BJDX 210 holding up there. You look at the chart, BJDX again. I mean, I like the chart. it's either going to work here or not right here at 220. And if it breaks out of 220, then it's got some room at like up and over 3, towards like 320. So it's like I could play it against the 220 right now, and that you have clear invalidation if that doesn't work, or if it breaks up and over. But I mean, today doesn't seem like the day for these tickers to be breaking up and out. A lot in the small cap land's just been getting killed. BJDX, okay, look at that little fake out breakdown, pull back 198 and up towards 220. Okay, had a little fake out breakdown snap. Now heading back up towards 220. I'm curious what's going to do up here. Bernadette, thanks for jumping in here. Good job being green today. Yes, like what would we rather want, guys? I saw this post. It said, do you want like $2,000 days back, back to back, $2,000 on the month? Or are you trying to, or high volatility days? Like I was doing $100 days real consistently, and I started getting a little discontent, and then that's when what started messing me up. All right, BJDX up here. I'm interested. Definitely interested. I don't know if I want. I don't know what I want to do here. It felt trappy on the short side with that pull down. But I like that upper wick we just put in. I'm thinking about it. We just had the most volume come in on this name. I'm a little too hesitant on this, I think. That like trappy short action kind of threw me off a little bit. Looked like it was about to crack down and then just shot up. And you can see buyers are still stepping in a bit. BJDX. There's definitely something here. I know, brilliant. I am brilliant. The 231 upper wick and the most volume on the day down here. You can see it now that my face is out of the way. Thanks to one of your recommendations. Typically, like, that is a sign of a trend reversal. I'm not so confident on this name. Arm still heavy off of VWAP. ENTO, clear trend to it as well still, guys. Clear trend on ENTO on the long side, but this one feels heavy. Be mindful of that. Volume has faded. Kayvon having a good day. When everything's working, man, it makes for a nice day. When they listen. When these tickers listen. Another upper wick on BJDX. Upper wick to 230. What's the float here? 1.49 million. It's kind of tiny-ish. I don't know. 220. If 220, I think that's the clear risk guide, 220, to see if that's going to hold. Those upper shadows, 230. Fades. Feel like there's an illusion that creates risk management issues. Yeah, it is. $100 days are good days. I mean, they are good. It's just, it's all in the mind. It's tough. It's tough. Like, I'm up about 100 right now, and, I'm not content with it. It should be. I traded well, had good risk management. The top tick, I think, annoys me a lot. Because when you feel like you should be up 200 and you top tick something, it's very aggravating. fight one ticker and ruin it. I know. I can definitely do that. Because taking $100 loss is gonna be nothing with how I've been sizing. I've been sizing like on a ticker like BJDX. I probably would size up to 750 shares or so, which to some's a lot and to some's not too much, but it's a little bit more than I was going. IOBT, yeah, good call there. I don't know why I took that one off my radar. $2 just been fading all day off of that. Bunch of upper wicks here to 230 BJDX. I'm still thinking I may try it. Honestly, like a next leg up, I think I'll try. Because they've been doing some trappy action on this name. ENTO is on the edge something. Okay, ENTO. Yeah, it's on the edge of that trend line. Good eye there. It does look like it's snapping it a little bit. ENTO snapping that line. I just, with TTP, I need 10 cents. So I was a little worried about if I could get 10 cents right here. 68.9 cents all the way down to 58.9. But yeah, ENTO looks heavy on that trend right now. Yeah, I was thinking so much this weekend on like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And clearly, if you look at the chart, what I'm doing wrong is certain tickers I apply too much risk to. I wish and maybe I could email them, like, make it so where I don't lose more than $100 on any ticker. And then that forces you to really think real objectively. All right, BJDX, I said I was going to hit this on another pop-up here. I think I am. Let's do a sweep over the highs. It's losing the steam, guys. It feels like. I'm going to hit it right here, 227. It was starting to lose steam. Like for that break, imagine longs getting in that, anticipating the break and increased momentum. It wasn't getting it right there. Not saying it won't. I just hit it. That was my mindset going into it. All right, decent pullback there down to 213.14. That's looking heavy, guys. I might size into this a bit on a pop here. Do here. What do I want to do here? I think we just trapped longs up into that 220 area. I want to hit this again, but not at 210. Like just a little pop up towards like 215.16. I'll hit it again. I only have 250 shares right now. I was looking for you know what? Let me take some off and then hit it on a pop. All right, I'm going to take 150 off, so I only have 100, but I am going to hit this again on a pop up towards like 2, like it's doing right now. Exactly. This is what I want. Okay, a pop up towards 217.18. It feels heavy off of the highs now, so I want to see if I can even scalp this. I might not get an entry, though. I think I do need to be better about this, like taking some off and hitting it again, not just, oh, okay, we're done, we're fading all day today, and just wait for the bigger picture play. I think I do. It would help me out a lot if I were getting in and out a little bit more than I have been. Don, BMNR. That ticker rings a bell, BMNR. Let's pull that one up, see what that's doing. But BJDX, kind of heavy against the highs. BMNR. Oh, Bitmine. Okay, yeah. Bitmine here. Oh, 56 up to 69. 69, kind of heavy. It's breakout area 66 on BMNR, Don. An area to watch. It's trying to bounce there right now, 66. So heavy back under that. Should be good. Okay, BJDX. Let's see. I think on this pop here, back up again towards 216.17. I'm going to hit this. I think we got longs underwater up there at the highs. Okay, what are we at? So we're up about 120 on the day right now. Again, let's get BJDX. Come on, give me something. Kayvon, did you even take a loss today? Yeah. James, TLS interesting. Okay, I'll take a look in just a second. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a 215 sell order for another couple hundred. Nah, it ain't going to happen. I'll set it there at 215. I'll leave that there for now, though. Another couple hundred BJDX 215. I set an order out to hit that one again. Man, that BTAI chart's pretty sexy. GMHS, not so much. That's exactly what I don't want to do. There's where the feelers hurt you. Starting it at 2, then going to 230. Man, that's where the feelers hurt. MG, what is up? MG, I saw your email on ALTS. What a day. MG trading at the beach. Hit ALTS for a massive gain. Getting involved in that in pre-market this morning. So congrats. You, Bernadette, and who else? Somebody else got it. Carlos. Yeah, you, Bernadette, and Carlos got it. Unbelievable. The arm's been fading all day. Dude, this has been a pretty good day. I mean, I'm not going to complain. MG, I did get my top tick of the weekend on GMHS, so I'm a little pissy there. But, yeah. And when I do that, let me see how much I lost on that one. Yeah, I lost 113 on that too. God, man. It's all good though. Yeah, good work though, MG. All right, there's a little Chinese ticker, TC, 60 cents to 82, hitting the 200-day moving average. I'm just going to be calling out some plays, guys, that I see with some potential. BJDX, I'm trying to hit this one again. I have a 215 order out, and that trade's going to be against pretty much the highs. I mean, I want it to stay heavy off of the upper wicks towards 230. MG, just luck? Nah, dude, I don't think so. I mean, I know you feel lucky on the offering, right? But you were there and ready for it. I mean, what do they say? Luck meets skill, and I don't know. I don't know the quote. Hard when you're working hard, you run into luck. Essentially, is what the quote's trying to say. Working hard, you get lucky. I mean, you're up early and capitalizing on those opportunities. I would say that's not luck. Of course, you didn't know the offering was coming out. But you're going to catch those at times in pre-market. Okay, BJDX, I'm probably getting filled. Yeah, I just got filled on it. I don't want to give... Is this thing climbing back up to the highs? I got a 219 average now. I'm giving it to like 225. I don't want to start losing money on this thing if it's going to climb back up to the highs. Yeah, I mean, I'm likely getting out of it soon if it's going to start climbing back up to the highs. Yeah, I'm done with it. BJDX. I'll be done with it. Man, I was just reflecting on, did any leftover position work today? It is so aggravating when you leave leftovers and none of them work. So BJDX, no. EQ, no, because that one tapped me out on that upper wick. EQ, I did get, MG. I got in this kind of heavy. I was convicted against the 120, Magic 20 that we go over a lot. Yeah, I was EQ I liked a lot. And honestly, I had 1,000 shares there. If I would have locked in just all of it, would have been up nearly a couple $100 there. So a prime example of working hard and really getting nowhere, because right now I'm up $100 on the day. I think leftovers I'm going to start leaving less of, like 10-15%. So on 1,000 shares, leaving like, on EQ would have been leaving like 150 shares ish to work for if it fades down to 70 cents or not. But it's not a matter of not capitalizing on, a good chunk of what you could make. All right, BJDX looks like a decent stop. That one's climbing back up to the highs right now. A little trappy action, BJDX. I mean, that is where a lot of the volume is. Oh, dang. Yeah, okay, GHMS, yeah. But yeah, I'm not too thrilled about 100 because I have been sizing up to the point where I could lose 100 on a play. MENS. MENS just shot down from, it's super illiquid here. $50 down to 20. A couple halt downs. Biotech play. Yeah, there's the quote. Thank you, Kayvon. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Well, yeah, we need to work smart. Yeah, the harder you work, the luckier you get. I'm about to be up in pre-market with you guys more. Because school's about to start. So I've been up with the kids, like running around with them till really like right when we're going live nearly. I got a lot more time, I think, when school starts. ENTO's kind of going sideways off of VWAP. I think that's not a bad play still, but getting 10 cents I'm concerned about. But if you're trading like at CPRO or somewhere else, it's not a bad opportunity there. You guys got anything? TC, I mean, TC is one of these Chinese tickers, 60 to 80 cents. Maybe another euphoric move on this one. I don't like the sideways action. You guys know that. What I like on the past chart history are upper wicks. So if we do get good volume coming in here, I'd like to build a short position, for that upper wick. James BJDX has just turned into a scalper, like up, down, yeah. Get your 10 cents and get out. What was the other one? Hura? What did Hura end up doing? Yeah, HURA curling back around a little bit towards VWAP. James, the 100 in an hour. That's awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the green team. You guys are doing well. How do you do that, James? You seem like you were doing pretty well this morning. Yeah, EQ, give an entry right here at VWAP. Yeah. Yep. That one clearly feels like we have some longs trapped in this one. I'm seeing 80 cents as like a floor, probably, on EQ. We could head down towards 80 cents, so we could get that 10 cents. Something you can use a Momo Screener is a free one. Momo Screener helps you out. Hitting that 96 cents EQ. BJDX 10-230 and pulling back again off of that. Yeah, I think when the longs are done here, we could get a nice elevator down BJDX. I mean, there's good volume, good volatility, so I'm still eyeballing it. Well, speaking of elevator down. Okay, it just hit 230 like 4 or 5 times. I'm going to go for it again, BJDX. 217. I'm going to go for it again off of the highs. We knocked on the door a few, 4 or 5 times and have not been able to break through it. So I want to see if the party's about to be over right here. Giving the old BJDX another try. Yeah, not a lot of like follow through momentum for the longs today. So we gotta, you gotta take advantage on the short side for some of these plays. I mean, BJDX has been trying to hold up. As James pointed out, it's been kind of a scalp trade because it's been kind of up and down a bit today. Once I saw, this is turning into an edge that I kind of like trading. Just waiting for those rejections, getting involved backside. Once it's been knocking on that door and can't break, gives you some more confirmation. So rather than anticipating a move, you're more so waiting for the confirmation on it to trigger to get involved with it. But there are a few concerns with this. It's been chopping around a lot today. I'm looking for this thing to flush down towards VWAP and lower. 230 clear risk guide here, which again they could do their liquidity sweep up and over it. I could see that happening still. But clearly the risk is there, 230. So I could size according to that. But yeah, it's been real kind of choppy. Been chopping around a lot today. I mean, this thing climbing back up to 230 kind of would surprise me, but we've seen more surprising things out there. James, just getting your quota on the day, getting your $50 and running, doing that 6 times, and you'll pass. Yeah, doing something like that, that's kind of easy on the emotions, right? You can think clearly, stop out well. And here's BJDX back up to the highs. Is it trapping shorts for a leg up? The past chart history here is screaming upper shadows. I mean, screaming upper wicks. I think I'll get out of it, and I may get out of it here shortly and revisit if it breaks over 230. It probably is going to break up and over 230 by the looks of it at this point. Climbing back up here for like the 6th, 7th time. BJDX, what are you thinking, fades? All right. Yeah, if it keeps knocking, it'll break through. Yeah, exactly. I can't believe we're nearly knocking again. Any word from Bob? No, I think he blew that one up. MG, ONEG. A little thin, but yeah. 645 to 9. If 220 is going to hold BJDX, I probably am going to stay away from it here for a little bit. I could size it against the highs, but it almost feels like at this point she wants to at least... We'll see. Here, it's coming back under 220. It's a choppy one, man. She's turned into a choppy one here. I could use 225 as my risk guide. Size it just a little bit. 225 as the risk. I'll bring the risk down a little bit here. Let's see what she's going to do. Need 220 to hold up as resistance. Coming back down towards 210. It's been bouncing off of 210 quite a bit, guys. We have been bouncing off of 210 a bit. It needs to come down to 210 and really, with conviction, crack under it. Oh, man. Back up to 217.18. Chopping around too much, man. I'm taking it off. Getting involved in that chop too much. ENTO. Well, there she goes. Yeah, crack that trend. Sideways action. ENTO from 67 cents down to 55. EQ has climbed back up to $1. Very surprising move on EQ, back up to $1. A move back up to $1.10 would be crazy on EQ. I'm going to get involved with EQ. I think 110 is going to be my risk guide on it. 110 on EQ. HDA 20 hotkeys not working on C Pro. Huh. Yeah, are you on the... You web-based on the... Or have the application downloaded? BJDX is... Yeah, that was getting real frustrating. BJDX just up, down, up, and down. EQ, I'm going to try it again against the $1.10. Got some scalps on a few different plays. EQ holding VWAP right now, by the way. 96 cents VWAP. GIBO. Whoa. 4 cents. 4 cent plays. 6 cents. Yep. EQ bouncing off the 9 EMA. Yeah, this move's quite surprising here, especially with the elevator down we just put in too. So we got some longs there. Certainly looking to get out. We're going to be met with some resistance. I'm going to keep my risk guide at $1.10. But we saw Friday, like end of day, some wild, wild west kind of moves, guys. I mean, there were a couple plays, Zombie Hour, that had faded all day and just shot straight up into the close. I'm wondering if we're going to kind of elevate her down again on EQ. web-based and the platform. C Pro, the hotkeys. Yeah, they worked for me fine on and I'm on a MacBook. I've heard a couple people they weren't working with. Try emailing client services at cmeliteGroup.com. Yeah, the summer went from crazy hot to kind of dying back a little bit. A bunch of us in here are backside short kind of guys, and so the slowness doesn't entirely affect us too much. If we can catch some backside plays that were hot even days ago, we can just ride them down. All right, EQ would be helpful. If that thing fades or sells off, panics down to like 80 into the 80s, that'll be helpful there. If it does this, it's not going to be helpful. Yeah, perhaps BJDX. I mean, it's one of the only plays that's holding up real well right now. So Power Hour could certainly see something like that. EQ trying to hold over $1. They're trying to maintain their listing and not get delisted. Kind of still the idea for me here is short against like $1.10. Back up to $1.10. Not really a huge fan of it. So I don't mind sizing it up there towards $1.10. But trying to hold VWAP is EQ right now. Is there anything else going on for us? The ENTO was great. I'm kicking myself on a couple trades. It's easy to get tunneled in on some names, guys, but I'm trying to focus, not feeding the ego, but rather feeding the account. I think that's what I'm trying to shift my focus on that. Because as a trader, I love trading, but less is more. We've gone over that this morning. MG, I think you're right. Honestly, MG, I think it's one of those trades that I kind of want to scale and just kick back for end of day. End of day kind of play there. GHMS, Chinese play. Or what was it? GMHS. Yeah, I top ticked that one. HZ. That was painful. You grow a little bit of a pump there, 40 to 46 cents. Yeah, 300,000 shares coming through. We could see something there. TLS could be weakening up. It looks like it's something. I think that's a good eye. I'm there with you on that. I may try that one again, TLC against the highs. The volume, we do see the volume fading on it. I think I'm going to join you on that. Yeah, I'm gonna join you, TLS. The risk is real tight too, which I like. I'm gonna give it to 360. It is slowing down a bit. I mean, it's been kind of slow, steady. It's up from 230 to 350. It could get a next leg up, certainly could. Break 356 and make a new high. But volume has faded there. Could see it profit take. That's what I'd be eyeballing as well. Kind of like that. I've taken one L on it already, so another one probably would just avoid it at that point. I'm trying to find plays right now, which is oftentimes not great. Feed the account, not the ego. Yeah. Yeah, the ego's hungry for sure. Yeah, dude, I have over traded. I think today I got 45 in fees, up 100, but net 58. I have traded a lot. God, I gotta simplify this a little bit. That's a lot of fees to be paying. But yeah, slowing down a bit here, guys. Slowing down a little bit. EQ, I'm probably going to be giving that one a decent chunk of risk because I do like it. I like that one quite a bit. TLS is decent. I mean, of course, the Euphoria would be good to size into there. BJDX, you annoy me. You just annoy me. Let's flip through, see if anything else is going on. I can't believe I did not take ENTO. God bless it. All right. I'm going to flip through some stuff going on the scanners. Let me know what you guys are involved with. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm going to be on Trade the Pools channel again. So be mindful of that. I'll post a link in the community chat for you guys that want to head over there and hang out. I'll probably be like alerting in the chat box as well as on the mic some. There might be 3 or 4 of us in there. So Ugrow that HDA pointed out, Ugrow's up to 52 right now. I'd be very interested at 80 cents. 80 cents is 76 is the 200-day moving average, 80 tough on the past chart history. Did TC finally give it back? 87 down to 57. Man, there have been a lot of good plays here today. I feel like I've kind of botched the day. But EQ could help. Like MG said, we could see EQ down to like 60 cents today. Certainly could see that. I mean, that is where they did their exercise on those warrants at. So TLS climbing up to the highs. A 346 average I have there, with a 361 stop. Oh, EQ dumping. EQ dumping. I need that at 88 cents. 88 cents I need that at. Dude, if we could see EQ down to like 75 cents or lower on the day, and I chill out and hold this thing, oh, I could have a decent day. Could have a decent day. You grow at 56 cents now, I see. It was a Sleeping Beauty, TC. Yeah, it is painful when you miss those. Who keeps buying EQ back up? That's what's confusing. HURA maybe. Yeah, she's climbing back up there. All right, let's take a look at HURA. Back up over VWAP, heading back up towards 3. Kayvon's starting along on TRU. Trend reversal trade. BJDX at 212. You make me mad. I'm reducing the stop on TLS to like 357. I keep it tight. And then EQ, I think I'm going to kick back here, guys. Oh, TLS I just got taken out of. 2 losses there. I'm up $12 on the day. All right. I'll go get me a soda and what do we got? 7-Eleven. What can $12 get? God, I've been digging myself in a hole since the start. Started off real well. EQ, I am working 1,100 shares here at 98 cents though, and I like this one, and I'm going to try to kick back here. Try to kick back here. HCA, think like a market maker, huh? As in, consider where they're hunting the liquidity and place the orders there. BJDX, you piss me off. 190s? Are you kidding me? That's what I was waiting for in all that consolidation for the last 45 minutes. You annoy me. All right. Well, I mean, there could be an entry here. It almost seems like it's over now. 210 was that level that it kept bouncing off of. We just cracked under 210 BJDX. So what we could do is hit it risking 210. I mean, if I take another L here, getting chopped up, and what's EQ doing? EQ's bouncing back up to $1 after dropping to 90 cents. All right, BJDX, I am thinking about hitting this against 210. BJDX cracked under 210. Finally, there's a lot of longs in this thing from 210 to 230. I think it stays heavy against those levels, but it has been very choppy. So I do not want to get involved in all the chop. If it can give us a little pop here to get involved, like 205 would be great. It is dying right now. It's very slow. I don't want to chase it, though. I really don't want to chase this. Okay, you guys know what I'm thinking. BJDX, I want a position here after that 210 crack. I'm just seeing if it'll give me an entry, any kind of entry. But it is really dying off, selling off pretty heavy here. But I want to get involved with how heavy this is. I'll get involved, and I'm going to hit it again up towards 210. I'll get involved, and then I got one more entry for it up towards 210 if it does get up there. Yeah, shorting. HDA, that's mainly what I do, short. Just wait for the euphoria, wait for the confirmation. Try to. And short some of these plays. Like the GMHS, what a short there. I'd nearly top tick that one, HDA, though. Top tick that one. Been a little bit of a sloppy day on my end. But BJDX, it feels heavy. I mean, you guys thinking the same thing? Maybe wait for 205. Yeah, I just went ahead and got involved with it. 2056 is the VWAP, so that's kind of an area I'd be eyeballing as well for a short. But it's 11:30. It kind of feels like the long activity's over, and plus we got 210 to 230 longs trapped in this name. And we went over what these small caps plays do. You know, they're looking to earlier today. I mean, they need capital. They need capital. So if the offering doesn't come now, it will come. EQ, let's see what this is going to do. It's pulling back a little bit off of $1 again. Is it going to get bought back up? I think the reason I top tick a lot too, there are early entries definitely. I need to wait and be a little bit more patient with some of these entries. But then, also be real quick. Like with EQ, when we saw that upper shadow this morning up to 125 and it pulled back real strong off of that level, and then hitting it again. having that gut instinct to know, like, okay, that just accumulated longs right there. The party may be over. That's experience talking right there, and you got to be quick with that. Where's Ugross sitting at right now? What is that? A Chinese marijuana ticker? You grow. We don't grow. You grow. It actually might be, right? Cannabis stock gains. Yeah. 75 cents there is what I'd be looking at. Perfect fall. Man, what ticker did you say you traded in pre-market? You were inches away. Yeah, if you haven't yet, guys that are new in here, listen to Perfect Fall's music. This dude is a day trading music artist. Utilizing the benefits of AI. Software engineer, just brilliant. Up 40%, James, BJDX. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess what I do like a lot about it is I think it's gotten the shorts. I mean, where it had all of its volume so far this morning, there's a lot of longs up here that are looking for this to climb back up and reclaim and break even. It feels like it's going to be heavy. Volume slowing down a bit on it too. It was IOBT. You were inches of... Oh my God. No. So you probably stopped out up here at the top. What did you did you start the week trying to size a bit heavy too? Get a little bit more sized up? Or were you taking your normal shares? This move right here, this candle was kind of nasty. 240 up to 3. And then the magic 20s hit, 320. God, there were a couple pre-market plays that were massive this morning. Yeah, BJDX is pretty heavy. And EQ feels that way as well. So kicking back with both of those. If I get these two to work out, be a decent day. Otherwise, I have gone from a good day to break even, realized at the moment. Tough. All right, EQ needs to not bounce up this time. Off of 90. Let's see, I need 88 cents. Yeah, both of these tickers I'm with feel heavy. So I'm happy about that. Lunchtime's approaching. Volume's kind of slowing down. EQ keeps bouncing when it pulls back, though. It's back under VWAP here. EQ is more big picture play, in my opinion. I think MG's right. Where is this going to end up in a day? It'd be real surprising if this thing ended up over $1.20. I'll say that. On last Friday, it made a move most of the day in a big upper wick here before giving it all back towards the end of the day. IOBT stopped out at... Oh, man, dude. You hadn't been complaining about it at all either. I would be running my mouth so pissed off. God, dude, 320. Oh, I feel that pain. Especially after that happens. It's probably happened to most of us. If it hasn't, it will happen eventually. Certainly has happened to me. Those are painful. I'm sorry about that. All right, BJDX at 193. Is there anything else going on, guys? I mean, I'm thinking I'm probably going to set a stop on both of those and just walk. I mean, you grow, there's good volume there, just not enough for TTP accounts. We have to get 10 cents at least. GMHS all the way down to $1.70 that one went. Look at this MENS chart. $50 on like this is on just a few thousand shares too. $50 down to 20. Back up to 39. It's literally like 2 people trading this thing. Oh, you got True to work for you. Kayvon, it seems like you're having a good green day over there. Is BTAI pumping? A little bit up towards 5. 520 it hit earlier. Bouncing off VWAP. Perfect false. Sorry to hear that, man. Third Monday. Oh, man. Third Monday, Max lost. Yeah. Yeah, size back a little bit on Mondays. Sounds like the right approach. But yeah, I agree. Not to just. You were right there, dude. You were right there on that ticker. But I'm right there with you. Like, that is where I'm struggling a lot, too, is. I think I'm early. I think I'm early on a lot of these names. Like this GMHS. This is in top ticking it. Yeah, this is early. I need to wait for that 20, the 220 push. I think like mentally knowing I have a feeler position, I just kind of throw it out there too early. How's the rest of the team? I mean, there were good setups. I just overtraded today. BTAI, I mean, you could trade it against the 520 highs. I overtraded a little early on a couple, top tick one. So, I mean, I'm sitting break even right now. I mean, we'll see what BJDX and EQ do. EQ, I'm going to kick back with EQ. Think big picture play here. I mean, this is what it did last Friday. It got pumped from 38 cents to $1.36, and then all the way back down to the 50s, into the 50s. Yeah, the averaging down would have had a record day. IBT. Let's take a look. Did you short it into this spike here? Up towards... Or were you in it earlier? Like 250s? I'm guessing you were in it in like the 250s, 60s. And then it dropped here and you sized it kind of under this VWAP. You can tell me if I'm wrong. It shot up and dang it. I would have done the same thing though. I would have had like the tight 320 risk. And would have stopped out probably right there. Yeah, BTAI doing the same thing every day. It's not a bad it's not a bad play. We're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green days in a row from $1.30. And it's up here at a lot of resistance. Over 5. I mean, if it's not gonna start, look what it did yesterday. I'm tempting myself to trade this. Yesterday, right around this time, it pretty much faded all day. 460s to 370s. It's got some clear 360 support on it, 365. I'm tempting myself on a trade here. All right. So I think I'm just gonna let me see if anything else is running, but EQ, BJDX are probably what I'm gonna kick back with. I'm gonna set some stops on them and then keep it moving. Let's see if anything else is going on. If not, maybe heading out of here. Let's do a quick vote and see how the team did. All right, there's a poll you guys can vote on. Are you green today or not? See how the green team did. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, dude, and HURA is all the way back up. That little pump in the day, HURA is back up nearly. Just slowly stair-stepping up towards its highs. Back up to 290, surprising. If EQ fades down to like 60 cents, I'll be happy with the day. But otherwise, I'm a little disappointed. There were good setups today. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to... Again, tomorrow I'm going to be on Trade the Pools channel from 9 to 11. Just getting involved a little early and the top tick. I'm trying to be a little more patient tomorrow. Waiting for the setups to come to me. Baron in the building. What's going on? BMNR? BMNR, okay. Yeah, Bitmine. Kayvon IBM starting on the long side. I got a trend line down there right under 237. Yeah, some support like 236-ish. How's our good friend UNH doing? United Healthcare. She's got a little pop off of the 234 lows. She just needs that Sydney Sweeney to come out with an ad for UNH, and then she'll start taking off like American Eagle. What's American Eagle even doing? 1250. Yeah, Baron, you're basically flat on the day. Been scalping BMNR. Yeah, dude, I'm flat here too. $9.60. First trade was up over like 140 or 50 or so, and been just slowly over trading, Baron, and giving it back. Yeah, perfect fall. I'll check that out here in just a little bit. I'm excited for it. Love it. But yeah, any questions, guys, before we wrap up? Just going to work BJDX and EQ for slow fades there. If they both work out, I mean, today could be a decent day. If they don't, not so much. All you need is that ALTS, dude. For those that called ALTS, what a move. It's all you need on the day and you're good. And Bernadette killed it today. I mean, she was in on that. She was in on a few more today as well. Yeah, I know, Baron, it does. Rather go large red to small red than green to flat. Yeah, green to flat sucks. You feel like you've been literally paying to work here for the last 2-3 hours. Yeah, Perfect Fall's got a good attitude about it. Learns from the mistakes and moves on. That's how we're supposed to do it. EQ's going to hurt my feelings if this one climbs back up to the open on the day. That one's really going to hurt my feelings. I like it heading back down to 80 cents. That's what I'm thinking. But these plays are going sideways. I mean, how do I want to set up? Do I want to be involved with them going sideways, or just move on to tomorrow? That's what I'm thinking about. EQ, I mean, I like it for end of day. I don't mind sizing a little bit more against 110. I think sometimes patience is what pays. I got a 3-cent spread on this thing on TTP. There we go. All right, let's see. 71% are green. Good. 29% red and 0% I don't know. Yeah, I'm very surprised EQ is holding up like this. All right, anything else, guys, before we wrap it up? Throw it in the comment section below. Going to be working EQ, BJDX, see if we get a fade on those rest of the day. I'm flat on the day outside of those two. So, up $9. We'll see how they end up. Might just go ahead and set the stops on them so the market makers have a number to gravitate to. All right, 115 there, and then BJDX. I got 500 shares here. I'm gonna go. 217 there. Okay, stops are set. I'm going to kick back, see how those do throughout the day. That'll hurt if both of them stop me out, but hey, with no risk comes no reward. So, got to do it. TRON, let me see that one real quick. I see it on the scans. Tron, not much. This was the one that changed its ticker symbol, TRON. It was something else a couple weeks ago. They're trying to rebrand. TLS continues higher. Now, TLS could set itself up in a hangover if this thing just climbs all day and then no follow through momentum, after hours pre-market. I would be hitting this one on a short tomorrow for a hangover. Okay. TRON is doing a little red to green move. Like, volume's climbing a little bit here. We got 60,000 that came through. It's not entirely enough for me quite yet. Okay, guys, but I'm going to wrap it up right there. Again, email me, averydaytrading@gmail.com if you have any questions. If you need an eval there in the description below, 5% off. Otherwise, let's work on ourselves from today. A few mental notes moving into tomorrow is less is more. I think Monday comes and I'm eager to trade and then just put on like freaking $60 in commissions worth of trades. Less is more. I think something good I'm going to apply is like the GMHSs. If I'm shorting into Euphoria, I think I'm going to scale it back a little bit, guys. I think I'm going to scale it back a little bit. Like, let me explain. So if once we see the upper shadow and like the upper wick, we elevator down, like this EQ out of the gates. We see that big upper wick, and I got like a clear level of risk that I'm not too far off of. I'm going to size a little heavier. But if I'm slow scaling Euphoria, and I don't necessarily have like a risk guide, it would be like my line here, 220 over underish. But sometimes they do pop up and over them, 20, 30, 40 cents. So I think what I'm going to do when scaling Euphoria is size it back a little bit. I believe I had 500 shares here, took $100 and some loss. So I think it makes more sense to size down a little bit, scaling Euphoria. And then if we have confirmation of a top or so, start sizing up. I mean, we have our clear risk guide. Like this BJDX, clear risk guide here, 210. I'll give it to 217. But clear risk guide on the short side there, 210 we want to stay heavy against. EQ, I mean, pretty much the open there, right around 110 is the risk guide on it. I think that's the idea moving forward, though. BJDX popping over 2 right now. I can hardly believe it. I just think it stays heavy. I mean, this thing popping up towards 220 would be an absolute miracle for this thing. Could happen. Could happen. Just unlikely. I'll keep the 217 stop on it. It's been going sideways a lot over the last 30, 40 minutes. But a lot of longs underwater there looking to get out. EQ looking a little weak right here. Might start flushing. EQ. EQ $1 is having trouble getting back over. It's been going sideways off of $1, $1.01. We could see that one snap here soon. But yeah, patience pays, so we're going to be patient. All right, guys, hit me up if you have anything via the email. Otherwise, we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll apply some of these. Again, I'll be at the Trade the Pools channel. I'll put the link in the community chat for you, so make sure you tune in over there. We'll see you guys in the